Guys, are you excited for the Airbus Museum?
Yes, because I can't wait to see the airplanes like the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C., and also Boeing Museum in Seattle.
I went to the Boeing Museum in Seattle and Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C.
This is my first time in the Airbus Museum of Airplanes. I can see the double-decker airplane like the Airbus A380 that we rode to France.
I went to the Art, Music, Animals and History Museum.
Me too. I like History and Art Museum, but it's my first time on the Airplane Museum because that's what Flash and Track like, including Ted.
Okay, we'll get tickets first.
Guys, do you know about the Airbus A380? It's a double-decker airplane with 4 engines, and we wish to be a pilot soon of the Airbus A380.
Yes, since we like airplanes. It's similar to the Boeing 747 that is the short upper-deck airplane but same 4 engines.
I knew that airplane already. Both of you will be pilots of that airplane soon.
We talked about Diamond Airways Airbus and Boeing airplanes because of the commercial airliners.
Also you track that you talk about Diamond Airways, that is an American and French airline. Oh no, we talked about science like periodic table of elements with her while we learned about history and geography, and math well because of education.
Guys, it's time for the tour.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Airbus Aeroscopia Museum tour. We're going to talk about the Airbus A380. The Airbus A380 is a large wide-body airliner that was developed and produced by Airbus. It is the world's largest passenger airliner and only full-length double-deck jet airliner. Airbus studies started in 1988, and the project was announced in 1990 to challenge the dominance of the Boeing 747 in the long-haul market. The then designated A320 project was presented in 1994. Airbus launched the €9.5 billion, $10.7 billion, A380 program on the 19th of December 2000. The first prototype was unveiled in Toulouse on the 18th of January 2005, with its first flight on the 27th of April 2005.
Excuse me, sir, the Airbus A380 is my favorite airplane.
3 of us too.
That's right, but I'm talking here. It then obtained its type certificate from the European Aviation Safety Agency and the US Federal Aviation Administration on the 12th of December 2006. Due to difficulties with the electrical wiring, the initial production was delayed by 2 years and the development costs almost doubled. It was first delivered to Singapore Airlines on the 15th of October 2007 and entered service on the 25th of October. Production peaked at 30 per year in 2012 and 2014. The full-length double-deck aircraft has a typical seating for 525 passengers, with a maximum certified capacity for 853 passengers. The Chui is powered by Engine Alliance GP7200 or Rolls-Royce Trent 900 turbofans, providing a range of 8,000 nmi, 14,800 kilometers. Anyways, we're going to see the video of the first flight of the Airbus A380. Enjoy.
At 10:29 and 32 seconds, the throttles are opened.
Here we go. Poussez. 100% partout. C'est bon.
That was effortless.
Excellent demonstration altogether. And it was really like a diamond in the sky, stable and moving away. Really nice, really nice.
13. 179. Mais bon. Parfaitement équilibré.
The next few hours will be spent gently probing the aircraft's abilities. And 15 minutes in, it's time to retract the landing gear.
Allez. Alors là, c'est là que les... Allez, vas-y. 3, 2, 1, top.
Alors, les portes s'ouvrent du body. Tout est nominal. Je vois les bodies montrer, les wings montrer. Les bodies sont ouvertes encore, les portes. Top, les bodies se ferment. Le train est rentré.
The flight is a remarkable demonstration of modern aviation technology.
C'était un vrai plaisir, hein. Ouais, vraiment, comme au sim.
After years of effort, the men and women of Airbus can at last say that they have built the largest airliner the world has ever seen.
The future of air travel is explored further on our Building the Best website at channel4.com/science. Well, Big Brother is next on 4 is Max falling in love with Saskia. That's what Derek suspects. The diary room heart to heart coming up.
Did anyone like the video?
Yes, we did.
We're going to the hangar where the Airbus A380s are built. Remember? No gadgets, camera and talking, or else the tour will stop. Everyone, we're going to talk about the design of the Airbus A380. The Airbus A380-800 original configuration carried 555 passengers in a 3-class configuration, or 853 passengers, 538 on the main deck and 315 on the upper deck, in a single-class economy configuration. Then in May 2007, Airbus began marketing a configuration with 30 fewer passengers, 525 total in 3 classes, traded for 200 nmi, 370 kilometers, more range to better reflect trends in premium class accommodation. The design range for the A380-800 model is 8,500 nmi, 15,700 kilometers, capable of flying from Hong Kong to New York or from Sydney to Istanbul non-stop. The A380 is designed for 1900. The A380 is offered with the Rolls-Royce Trent 900, a 380, 841 and 842, or the Engine Alliance GP7000, a 380, 861, turbofan engines. The Trent 900 is a combination of the 3M, 118-in, fan and scaled IOP compressor of the 777, 200X and 300X Trent 8104 technology demonstrator derived from the Boeing 777's Trent 800, and the Airbus A340, 500 and 600's Trent 500 core. The GP7200 HP core technology is derived from GE's GE90 and its LP sections are based on the PW4000 expertise. At its launch in 2000, engine makers assured Airbus it was getting the best level of technology and they would be state-of-the-art for the next decade, but 3 years later Boeing launched the 787 Dreamliner with game-changing technology and 10% lower fuel burn than the previous generation, to the dismay of John Leary. The A380's wings are sized for a maximum take weight, MTOW, over 650 tons, to accommodate these future versions, albeit with some internal strengthening required on the A380F freighter.
Truck, Ted, Apple and Twilight. I'm going to the pilot of Air France Airbus A380s.
Excuse me guys, no talking because the tour is ongoing. The tour will stop if you talk.
Oh no, we're so sorry.
Have limited it to less than 80 m, 260 ft, thereby lowering the aspect ratio to 7.8, which reduces fuel efficiency by about 10% and increases operating costs a few percent, given that fuel costs constitute about 50% of the cost of long-haul airplane operation. While most of the fuselage is made of aluminium alloys, composite materials comprise more than 20% of the A380's airframe. Carbon fiber reinforced plastic, glass fiber reinforced plastic and quartz fiber reinforced plastic are used extensively in wings, fuselage sections, such as the undercarriage and rear end of fuselage, tail surfaces, and doors. The A380 is the first commercial airliner to have a central wing box made of carbon fiber reinforced plastic. The wings of other commercial airliners are partitioned span-wise into sections. This flowing continuous cross-section reduces aerodynamic drag. Thermoplastics are used in the leading edges of the slats. The A380 employs an integrated modular avionics (IMA) architecture, first used in advanced military aircraft, such as the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor, Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, and Dassault Rafale. The main IMA systems on the A380 were developed by the Thales Group. Designed and developed by Airbus, Thales and Diahill Aerospace, the IMA suite was first used on the A380. The suite is a technological innovation, with networked computing modules to support different applications. The data network's use of avionics full duplex switched Ethernet, an implementation of a RINC 664. These are switched, full duplex, star topology and based on 100 bsx fast Ethernet. This reduces the amount of wiring required and minimizes latency. Powered by wire flight control actuators have been used for the first time in civil aviation to back up primary hydraulic actuators. Also, during certain maneuvers, they augment the primary actuators. They have self-contained hydraulic and electrical power supplies. Electrohydrostatic actuators, EHA, are used in the aileron and elevator, electric and hydraulic motors to drive the slat as well as electrical backup hydrostatic actuators, EBHA, for the rudder and some spoilers. The Airbus A380-800's cabin has 550 square meters, 5,920 sqft, of usable floor space, 40% more than the next largest airliner, the Boeing 747-8. The cabin has features to reduce traveler fatigue such as a quieter interior and higher pressurization than previous generations of aircraft. The A380 is pressurized to the equivalent altitude of 1,520 m, 5,000 ft, up to 12,000 m, 39,000 ft. It has 50% less cabin noise, 50% more cabin area and volume, larger windows, bigger overhead bins, and 60 cm, 2.0 ft, more headroom than the Boeing 747-400. Seating options range from 3-room 12M to 130 sqft residence in first class to 11 across in economy. Airbus A380 economy seats are up to 48 cm, 19 in, wide in a 10 abreast configuration, compared with the 10 abreast configuration on the Boeing 747-400 that typically has seats 44.5 cm, 17.5 in, wide. On other aircraft, economy seats range from 41.5 to 52.3 cm, 16.3 to 20.6 in width. Major structural sections of the A380 are built in France, Germany, Spain, and the United Kingdom. Due to the section's large size, traditional transportation methods proved unfeasible, so they are brought to the Jean-Luc Garderier plant assembly hall in Toulouse, France, by specialized road and water transportation, though some parts are moved by the A300-600 ST Beluga transport aircraft. A380 components are provided by suppliers from around the world. The four largest contributors, by value, are Rolls-Royce, Safran, United Technologies and General Electric. I hope everyone enjoy this tour. We'll go to the Airbus A400 before the tour ends.
Hello YouTubers, we're in the Airbus Museum of Airplanes. We're going to see the airplanes inside like my favorite airplane Airbus A380.
Hello also, I can see the Airbus A300 behind me, but I'm currently looking at the Airbus A380 and A350. I like 737. Oh, I like 747 on Boeing.
Airbus A330 is my favorite aircraft and it's there in one of the model display, and we're going inside the Airbus A300.
I'm in this vacation in the airplane museum because Flash and Track planned this vacation. This is why I'm doing what both of you are doing.
Me too, I like what both of you are doing this time even if we like airplanes just a little bit. That's why both made me join this trip, not only that but also 2 friends beside me.
Okay, let's shut up and we'll see the airplane together. After this, we'll go to the shop.
There. Huh? It's unclosable. It's shaking. No headroom. Mom, it's very low. Yeah, very low headroom. It's not enough for a basketball player. There we go. Up to the end. Okay. Excuse me. It's gonna break my head. Yeah.
Des avions avec le manche comme ça.
Ah oui.
Ça vole plus, c'est les anciens ça.
Well fellows, how was the tour? For me it's excellent, because of the airplanes and the models also.
We'll be getting airplane models for 3 of us.
The Airbus A380 model will be for me.
I'll get the Airbus A350 and Ted will be getting the Airbus A330 model.
That's right. You know about me very well.
Flash, after this we'll go to the fashion store, and I'll get new makeup and also my new shoes.
Me too, I'll get new clothes also.
Mon.
Yes, Flash.
We'll be getting airplanes, but they'll pay with their own money. After this, Apple and Twilight will go to the fashion store.
Sure.